International investing. The world is getting smaller every day. As economies grow more interconnected, investment in cross-border investments in shares and debt instruments is multiplying. International investing has two key advantages. Investing in different parts of the globe has two advantages. Number one, higher return, higher expected return. International investing targets multiplying the wealth of the investors through investing in faster growing economies. And number two, strong diversification which reduces the risk. So higher return and reduced risk, these are the main advantages of investing in different parts of the globe. These are the main advantages of cross-border investment. These are the main advantages of international investing. International investing has many risks: political risk, information risk, high transaction cost risk, foreign exchange risk. The main risk is foreign exchange risk. The main risk in international investing is foreign exchange risk. Suppose you are a resident of X country, you invest in Y country, and the currency of that country depreciates, you will suffer loss. The main risk is foreign exchange risk. The main risk in international investing is foreign exchange risk. Suppose an FII invest in a country. After some time, they want to withdraw from that country. If during the period of investment, the currency of that country depreciates, the FI suffers loss, and even the gain made on the investment may turn into loss. A US investor invests in a foreign country, earns a return of 20%, but the currency of that country depreciates by 25%. The US investor will suffer loss. So the main risk in foreign exchange, the main risk in international investing is foreign exchange risk. The main risk in international investing is foreign exchange risk. You invest in some other countries. You invest outside your country. When you withdraw, the currency of that country may depreciate. So, the net result may be negative. Two methods of calculating return from international investing. 1. Find the wealth ratio in the investor's home currency. Find the wealth ratio in the investor's home currency. Find the wealth ratio in the investor's home currency. Return is equal to wealth ratio minus 1. Second, find the return from investment in destination currency. This is referred as RI. Return from investing. Find the return from investment in destination currency. Find premium or discount of destination currency. This is referred as return on foreign exchange. This is return from investing. This is return on foreign exchange. Find RII, that is return from international investing, applying the following formula. RII is equal to 1 plus RI, that is return from investment in destination currency, return from foreign exchange. So, this is RII, that is return from international investing, is equal to 1 plus return from investment into 1 plus return on foreign exchange minus 1 will give you RII. A Swiss FI invested 1 million CHFs in India when the foreign exchange rate was 1 CHF is equal to rupees 30. The investment value grows by 10%. What is this place? RI. RI, return from investment. Now the FI wants to withdraw from India. Suppose the foreign exchange rate is 1 CHF is equal to rupees 35. RI, return from investment in the destination currency. The investor has come with 1 million CHF converted into rupees 30 million invested in India. That investment has grown by 10%. It means return on investment in destination currency is 10%. What is the return in foreign exchange? Suppose rupee is at premium, the investor will be gainer. He earned 10% plus premium of rupee. If rupee is at discount, his income will be 10% minus that discount. Amount brought by the investor in the beginning of the year, CHF 1 million. This is equivalent to rupees 30 million. At the year end, this amount will grow to 33 because 10% growth is there. At the year end, you have rupees 33 million and the rate is rupees 35 per CHF. So you will get 0.9429 million CHF. You came with 1 million CHF. You are going out with 0.9429 million CHF. You are suffering loss. Your return is wealth ratio minus 1. Your return is minus 5.71%. Alternative way, RI 10%, return in destination currency, that is return in rupees. RFE, return on foreign exchange, that is return in destination currency, that is premium or discount of destination currency, that is discount of rupee because rupee is a discount. Discount of rupee is 14.29%. This is forward rate of rupee. This is spot rate of rupee. Forward rate minus spot rate divided by spot rate. Rupee has depreciated by 14.29%. So on investment, you earn 10%. On foreign exchange front, you lost 14.29%. So net loss is there. RII, return on internal investing, is equal to 1 plus RI, return on investment in destination currency, 1 plus RFE, that is premium or discount of destination currency, minus 1. Putting the values, we get that RI is equal to minus 5.719%. Standard deviation of return from international investing is equal to standard deviation from international investing is equal to under root of standard deviation of investing, standard deviation of return from investment, standard deviation of return from foreign exchange. So standard deviation of return from investing square, standard deviation of return from foreign exchange square, 2R, that is coefficient of correlation. We have to see coefficient of correlation between I and FE. Coefficient of correlation between return from international investing in destination currency, return from investing in destination currency and return on foreign exchange of destination currency. Then standard deviation I, standard deviation FE. Question number 4.77. Please refer to the chapter Risk and Return of the textbook. An Austrian investor has invested in China. The currency of Austria is euro. The currency of China is Chinese yuan, CY. Given risk-free RM and beta, so we can easily find the expected return in terms of yuan. Yuan discount is given. So on the basis of expected return in yuan and discount of yuan in terms of euro, we can find the return from international investing for the Austrian investor. RI, expected return from investment in China, is equal to RF plus beta RM minus RF. RF is given in the question, beta is given in the question, RM is given in the question, RF is given in the question, RI 26.80%. Return from investing activity is 26.80%. Return from investment in destination currency is 26.80. Return from investment is 26.80% in terms of CY. And we know that return from international investing is equal to 1 plus RI into 1 plus return on foreign exchange minus 1. This value is given. This value is given in the question. So return from international investing is 19.75%. Standard deviation. Standard deviation of investing 0.20% given in the question. Standard deviation of return on foreign exchange given in the question. 2. R given in the question. It is R between return from investment and return on foreign currency. Standard deviation 1, standard deviation 2. All are given in the question. So friends, we find that standard deviation of international investing is 0.6502. Question number 4.78. Please refer to the chapter Risk and Return of the textbook. A French investor invests 1 million euro in India. The investment grows 8% in terms of rupees. What is 8%? RI. Wealth ratio in the investor's home currency minus 1. Amount of investment 1 million euro. At the year end, you will have so many rupees because you will convert 1 million euro into 55.5 million rupees and this amount grows at 8%. What is spot rate? 1 euro is equal to rupees 55.50. So if you come to India with 1 million euro, in India you will have rupees 55.50 million and that will grow at 8%. Amount at year end in terms of euro, this amount will be divided by closing rate. And rate at the end of the year is 57.67. That is rupees 57.67 is equal to 1 euro. So wealth ratio. This is the wealth at the end of the year. This is the wealth that you invested. You came to India with 1 million euro. 1 million euro is equal to rupees 55.50 million in the beginning of the year. This amount grows at 8%. So at year end, you have this amount of rupee divided by euro rate, you have so many euros. So your wealth ratio is this and your return is 3.94%.